opening credits now.
Hello, the internet. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John, alongside Elazar and a slightly startled Sean.
Hello.
Hello, together.
We are
live. We are live.
God,
we are live. We are live.
We're on.
And we are live, and together we are
Those Video Guys.
Good evening, friends and family alike. Welcome to the show. It's going to be a great show. We've had a lot of things we've enjoyed watching this week. Some of those things include, well, the two main things include Vampire Zombie... I can never say that. I can never say it. What a great start. Vampire Zombie Werewolf. Vampire Zombie Werewolf. It's a tongue twister to me, perhaps only. And also, a guy we met at YouTube. You know what we should have showed? Are we going to be showing his interview? We're not.
No, we're not. No.
You can check that out on our YouTube channel.
It's already live on our YouTube channel. Exactly.
But guys, TomSka in the house. We're going to be looking at his channel and
yes,
the animation fella, the animation fella, the ASDF movies.
Asdf movie.
He likes trains, don't you know? Plus, we got the Bitleys, and we're live. We're on G+, Ustream, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, the internet, the World Wide Web. You name it, we're on it, guys. It would take half the show. I actually need to sit up a bit straighter to get over all that stuff. But guys, we're on all of it. If you can see us, if you're in the chat room, that's the best place to get us.
Come in the chat room. I'm in the chat room at the moment.
Come in the chat room on Ustream. Have a natter, have a chinny wag with your buddies, and we'll read some of the nicest comments out. But if you're, cheeky or whatever, then we'll probably try and just ignore that. Guys, it's a packed show. Let's waste no time. Except one more thing I wanted to say as well, actually. Yeah. What's going on after the show? Talking Who. So stick around after the show. Talking Torchwood. Is Who not?
Well, no, we're doing the Sunmakers as well. Yes.
Okay, well, let's try and.
But what about next week?
Well, we can discuss that at the end of the show, can't we? We haven't even started the show yet.
Okay.
If you want to. we let's do a show and then we'll talk about next week.
Okay, we'll talk about next week.
But big news for next week. It's going to be great. So, well, not that big, but it'll be pretty good.
Well, no,
big news.
It's something that a lot of people have been waiting back since way back in March or something. When they were in the electric.
Yeah, it's been a while.
The electric days.
It's been a while. That's a clue, but it's the only clue you're getting until later on in the show. Let us go then to the first web series that we looked at this week. You can find it on the internet at www.vampirezombiewerewolf, that's easy for me to say, .com. And let's have a look at a clip, and then we'll have a chat about it.
Impress them, I'm afraid they may just kill us all.
Is everything as it should be there?
I don't know. I don't know if it was slightly freezing or not on playback of that clip. But anyway, that should give you an idea.
It should give you a little taster.
A taster.
Give them a taster, because it's freezing. They can go and they can see the real thing.
They can watch the real thing
at vampirezombiewerewolf.com. I said it this time correctly. But guys, just in case you didn't see the trailer, and really, even if you did, what's it all about? What is it all about?
Well, we looked at this way back in, I think, episode 2. Episode 2 of Those Video Guys.
Many years ago.
And at that time, it was only on episode 3. The whole series now...
It was before my day.
It was before your day, yes, indeed. And the whole series of 9 episodes is now available to watch online. But not just 9 episodes, they've got lots of extras on there as well. They've got, like, director's commentary. And one of the characters, Balthazar the Vampire... His character is that he actually reviews web series, and they've actually got extras of him doing reviews of web series as well on there. So, but the story of Vampire Zombie Werewolf is a young Hollywood producer He makes lots of low-budget web series. Can you name some of them? Was it Werewolf Astronaut? It was a Zombie Coroner.
It's very cheap.
Sandwiches.
Stuff.
Yes. Sandwiches. So he makes horror parody. He goes to meet two vampire zombie werewolves, Bunny and Tad, who are a couple, and they want to commission him to make a web series about themselves, about vampire zombie werewolves.
It sounds kind of meta to me. Is that fair to say?
It does, but what does meta mean?
Okay,
self-referential.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it is. It's about. Yeah, it is. It's a very self-referential series. The jokes are there. If you want to succeed making a web series, a horror web series, you make it about vampires because vampires like to watch it. And of course, we've reviewed a lot of vampire web series.
We have.
Pretty much, we had about talking about this before the show. Almost every week.
Have we reviewed all of them yet? I don't know if we reviewed all of the vampire web series.
I'm surprised we haven't even actually got close. But it seems every week there's a new vampire show.
But it's a very self-referential series. It's in a good way. It's taking a look at web series.
Conceptual-wise, also the mix, it made me think a bit of Being Human.
Right.
But I felt it was a bit lighter and a bit more enjoyable in tone than that show.
It's more of a sitcom style in the way it's been filmed.
Yeah. So funny? Was it funny?
It's funny.
Yeah.
Funny? It is funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. I think the thing that really works for Vampire Zombie Werewolf is actually just the characters are actually quite lovable. I mean, Bunny, even though you can tell she's completely psychopathic, she wants to eat this guy, this producer who's coming to her house. She's. You were speaking about the Addams Family earlier.
I was speaking about the Addams Family before we went on air.
This is Addams Family, but for the web. She's the perfect 1950s housewife. She just happens to be a psychopathic vampire zombie werewolf.
Is it as well written as the Addams Family?
Well, it's a different beast completely. I mean, I don't think you can really compare it.
You can't compare the two.
No,
you can't compare the two. Yeah. But Addams Family is better. Is that fair to say? Is it fair to say? John Astin is one of the great actors of our time.
Yeah, well, we're reviewing web series.
We are.
You can't. Let's not talk about.
Let's not talk about.
Personally, Addams Family. I think the joke wore thin after about 3 or 4 episodes.
Wow.
But anyway. But fine. Vampire Zombie... Oh, I see. Oh, really?
What were your thoughts on... I mean, you're a big zombie kind of guy, aren't you? Did you enjoy that sort of thing?
I enjoyed it. As I was saying to Alazar before, it seems every week we've got a new... Everything we seem to review on the internet we're discussing either falls into the category of a comedy or a horror comedy. And we have come across a few shows like this. It did give it a new spin to it. The characters are very, very likeable. And I think what really kind of worked about it was the fact that it has this kind of it's got this sitcom like Friends type feel to it, and it's putting it within this whole thing of where it's actually about a YouTube series, which actually gives it a very different kind of feel to it. That's its
different vibe.
Its USP, its unique selling point over other stuff that's out. Not so much the horror I felt element to it. Well, it's not really a horror, but the horror creatures, the vampires and the zombies, but the fact that it is a spoof, as it were, on the creation of a YouTube show.
We've got an interview coming soon with the creators. Is that us, as in those video guys?
It's for those video guys.
For those video guys. An interview for those video guys. That'll be coming up in the weeks to come.
In the weeks to come.
Yes. And then ultimately on our YouTube video. But pretty glowing recommendations from you.
Now,
it's just a lot of fun. It's actually really enjoyable. I mean, what you were saying about sitcom being Friends, but actually it goes, I think, even more traditional sitcom than that, almost back to 1970s, 1960s sitcom style.
I'm a bit too young for that kind of stuff.
Well, you need to do your homework there, Sean.
We have World of Higlet.
Higlet.
Yes, now, she also did that YouTube show.
Mind My Brains.
My Brains Darling.
Mind My Brains Darling, yes.
Yes, and she says, the reason I love Vampire Zombie Werewolf so much was the chemistry between Bunny and Tad, as well as the writing.
The couple, yeah.
Love to see a relationship that works, even when they are vampires,
zombies and werewolves.
Yeah.
Well,
and you've got,
but I think that's a secret to any I mean, yes, for a comedy series you need jokes in there, but any long form long-running series, story-wise with characters, is basically you've got to like the characters.
Indeed, no, absolutely.
That's what's going to keep.
But
coming
also,
back.
I think one of its major positives and plus points is the humour. Yes, it's all self-referential as far as what they're talking about, like making a YouTube series. But actually, a lot of the humour is very visual as well. You know, there's the gags of them transmorphing into werewolves, but trying to hide themselves from the other vampires because they don't want the other vampires to know that they're zombie werewolf vampires and not just purebred vampires. You know, there's the visual jokes, the gags of when they talk to the producer about his past work, and you get the highlight clips of all those shows of sand witches. I think we've got a picture of a sand witch.
Hello.
not sandwich.
Sand witches.
Sand witches.
Yes.
Terrible pun.
And the is it the werewolf astronaut and zombie coroner? You know, and it's a lot of.
Who was that guy who we used to know who did films like Bad Karma?
Alex Shandon.
Alex Shandon. He used to come out with titles like that all the time. So I'm going to make this and I'm going to make that. All
Oh well, he proposed to make Siamese Cop.
Siamese Cop.
Good cop, but bad cop. Same cop. Yeah.
You should do that as a YouTube series.
He could do it as a YouTube
Fellas,
series.
I've got one eye on the time
Yes,
here.
yes, no.
Let's try and sum things up a
Where's
little
your
bit
other
then.
eye?
Well,
It's
it's on the
gonna go all
camera.
over the place.
One eye on the time, one eye on
Does
the
this
camera.
mean we're going to get to my favourite part of the show?
Very soon. Any last comments from the chat room about the show? Oh, we've got Rob Padgett, the creator of the show, in the chat room. So, guys...
he is saying that Bunny and Tad were fun to write.
Well, there you go. Guys, if you're not in the chat room already on Ustream, head over there right now, because we've got the creator of Vampire Zombie Werewolf.
There's been 9 episodes
There's
so
been 9
far.
episodes so
There
far.
are 9 episodes.
Is there going to be a second series?
Well, I'm hoping so. My recommendation... If they do a second series, do you remember Moving Wallpaper? And
I
Echo
remember
Beach?
not watching it. I know exactly what it is. I didn't
Well,
watch it.
I would actually kind of almost like to see...
Was that the one where you'd have one episode where it was about the making of a soap opera,
And then the
next
soap
episode
opera.
was the soap opera?
Correct.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
you'd run both episodes back to back the same week. So that episode of the soap opera was discussed in the making of in that week's episode.
Or
so you'd
I
have
was thinking
things that would run from the making of into the actual
do
episode.
you remember The Office? When they
Yes.
did the final episode of the UK version of The Office, and it was about a follow-up thing.
Yes, 3 years later.
It had aired, and so you could actually do something in the second series of this YouTube series has aired,
How it changed their lives.
and how it has affected their lives.
Yeah, indeed.
We loved it. We think you're going to enjoy it.
I think so.
Check it out, www.vampirezombiewwerewolf.com, and head over to our Ustream chat room where you can chat live now with Rob Padgett, the creator of the show. And follow him on Twitter as well, if you like.
And Tanya Einen, who plays Bunny, is also watching us live right now.
Oh,
but
well,
she
there you go.
can't
So
chat.
She's not in the chat room.
She's not in the chat room, unfortunately, because I think her computer doesn't allow her to do that at her office.
Fine, let's move on, because it's time now for the Bitleys, the top 5 most tweeted and retweeted videos of the week. And they're always a lot of fun. Let's check them out. What's at number 5? It is the Lego 3D milling machine, or 3D printer. Now, let's have a look at this.
It's amazing what people can do with Lego. Yeah, I mean, this is a printer,
And it works.
and it works. Well, this is a 3D printer, so it's got a drill. He's actually programmed the Lego drill to you'll see of a face,
A face.
a portrait.
There's actually, I've seen a video recently of a 3D printer, not made of Lego, but where they were making tools, like a big a wrench or a spanner.
Yeah.
So I think the technology does exist. I think it's actually more advanced than that. But the talk is, where are they going to take it? Are they going to use it to replicate human organs? That would be nice, wouldn't
What,
it?
Lego? Lego?
Yeah,
Oh,
ideally
I would
made
not
of Lego,
want,
yeah,
if
yeah.
I needed a
Ideally.
transplant, I wouldn't want it made by a Lego printer. Thank you very much.
Now there's an idea for a web series. Lego Surgeon.
Lego surgeon, why
Dun
not?
dun dun.
Elazar, make it happen. It's in your hands.
Maybe Rob Padgett, Lego Surgeon.
There you go.
There's an idea for free there.
So that's it. Toys, Lego 3D milling machine. What's number 4? The evolution of games.
So the camera keeps spinning round and round,
and the whole thing of different, basically from basically the start of the 70s to up to now.
Up to now, with ending with like the rock star, you know.
Do you know what, Mr. Guitar
But it's
Man
all done in
is,
one shot. It's all one shot.
Well, it's all done in multiple shots edited together to seamlessly.
Not one live shot, is it?
I believe it's done in one live shot.
Was it done in one live shot? My God. Well,
he actually says that in the description.
Okay, well, I stand corrected. Mystery Guitar Man, he was possibly the most influential YouTuber at the Summer in the City weekend when we went to.
Everyone kind of
everyone said when we always are, when we have interviews with people, we'd always say who's your influence, who do you like on YouTube, who do you recommend. Almost to a man, I would say 80 or 90% of the people we spoke to said they love Mystery Guitar Man.
And I think there's
any man you met at any internet thing like that who did not say Felicia Day was obviously gay.
Another name you just dropped again there.
I think well, we didn't have the picture of Sean and Felicia Day we could put up in the TARDIS. No, I think the thing about Mystery Guitar Man is that he's a filmmaker. So it's not just, it's not.
He doesn't even play guitar anymore.
It's not a vlogger like iJustine. People admire him because he makes films, little short films, and
and he makes them for Coca-Cola and McDonald's as well. So well done to him. He's an inspiration to us all. Good video though.
It's a great video. Yeah.
Check that out. Number 3, Game of Thrones RPG.
There we go. Game of Thrones.
For my SNES.
That was obviously the original SNES game that the Game of Thrones TV series was based upon.
Really? Well, they dusted it down. Someone found it.
Someone dug it out from the archives.
Yeah.
It was obviously a game that was never released by Nintendo.
Someone's
managed
Neo
to find
Geo
it.
Or something. Wow. We've got, as I said, Rob Padgett in the. He's still in the chat room, and he has said there might be a second series of Vampire Zombie Werewolf.
Yeah.
They have an idea for the series, but they haven't started writing it yet. And money is going to be a big factor on whether or not they actually do go ahead and make it. So there you go. Exclusive news here tonight.
Yes.
And we'll have an interview with Rob, I believe, in a few weeks' time as well. Carry on with the Bitleys now.
Number 2.
2. The Incredible Shade Illusion.
You get the idea. I mean,
not entirely.
I mean, that's had millions of hits since a week and a half ago when it was launched, and that's literally it. There's this huge build-up, and all she does is move a square from one square to another to prove that it's the same colour.
Like a painting by Escher, is that fair to say? Like the staircase that kind of goes up forever.
Well, is it an optical? It's not an optical illusion. It's a lighting. It's a light illusion.
It fools the eye. It fools the eye.
It's a light illusion.
That is an optical illusion, isn't it? Optical just means like visual, doesn't it? Or
well, yes, I guess so. It's a type. I guess a type.
It's a kind of optical illusion.
It's a kind of optical illusion. Yes.
You're arguing semantics.
Semantics.
Okay, let's move on. Number 1 then. Jake and Amir, the hot date. They're back.
Nope.
And at number 1.
Thought I heard it. Nope.
Huh. Who are you?
Who am I? Who are you? I'm Amir Blumenfeld, creator of Gears of War.
Actually, Cliff Bleszinski created Gears of War?
Yeah. That's me. I'm Cliff Blinky.
No. That guy over there is Cliff Bleszinski. I saw him when we walked in.
Okay, you know what? Forget it.
They're back and better than ever. Back at their brilliant best. Jake and Amir. If you like that kind of thing, then you will like that.
I've never understood a Jake and Amir sketch in my life.
Let me tell you one Jake and Amir video on YouTube you might like to check out. That is their duet, or should it be trio?
Trio?
With one Julia Nunes.
Ah, really?
Yeah, I don't know how, but they seem to know her in real life because it was filmed in her college halls by the looks of things. So, Jake and Amir and Julia Nunes together at last. And that clip's actually a couple of years old. Just singing a song. In fact, they sing, I think it was Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba.
Really?
On the ukulele.
Well, this Jake and Amir sketch...
On the ukulele,
then it's got to be good.
So, this sketch that they've released this week is sponsored by Gears of War.
Okay.
As you can tell by his outfit, it's supposed to be Gears of War inspired. Not quite sure what the relevance, other than the fact that he's wearing a Gears of War outfit, what a hot date sketch has to do with Gears of War, why it's going to make anyone actually want to buy Gears of War. But hey, you know, they're successful.
I have a
The sponsors are
PlayStation, so
getting,
I can't-
you know, I'm sure we would all wear Gears of War costumes if
You pay me
right here
some
on this
money.
show,
Pay
you
me,
know,
Pay some money, I'll do
Wear
anything.
whatever you want.
And that's what. Yeah, me too. Absolutely.
we're still waiting
You
for
know,
the
as
Coca-Cola.
Sponsored
We are.
by those video guys. You know, all you sponsors out
Tho-
there. We're waiting.
I always thought those Coca-Cola guys had a good ring to it. You know?
Those Coke guys.
Yeah, why not?
Those Coke
you know?
guys, yes.
Those.
People might start calling us and asking for deals.
That's true.
Yeah, we hear you're the Coke guys.
That's a good point. Actually, we've got to think it
Lindsay
through. Yeah.
Lohan on the front.
Hey, get me those Coke guys. Okay, well let's move on. That's the Bitleys top 5. Some good, some arguably not so good, but check them all out. We'll put the links up on Twitter and the likes. And talking of getting 1.5 million views in a week, did he say that video had like 1 million odd views there?
Jacob Amir? No,
No,
not Jacob Amir, the Shade one, yeah.
Shade had like...
Yeah, we have a video as well that got 10,000 views in just a couple of days that I made. Thank you.
I shot it.
And I edited it and made it beautiful. It's the highlights of the Summer in the City weekend. We've still got the last handful of interviews, I think, to go up, or maybe the last one or two went up the other day, but there's a lot of interviews from the weekend.
Absolutely.
Check them out.
If you're interested in finding out, for those in the US, finding out about some of the British YouTubers, absolutely, we've got a whole series of really great introductory interviews with a whole bunch of very popular British YouTubers and some up-and-coming new ones as
Is
well.
that on the YouTube page?
All
our
on the
YouTube
YouTube
channel.
page,
Those-
all of them.
Yep.
Check them all out.
Shall I pull
But
up?
guys, it's not a clumsy... I'm not just talking about this for random, for my own fun. It's more of a clumsy seg, in fact. I'm segging into our next item. The next thing that we're reviewing is one of these guys that we did meet at the Summer in the City weekend and interviewed him.
And he certainly gets a lot of hits on his side.
He does. He's very popular as well. Do you know, a lot of the people we interviewed who weren't this person said that they liked this person and considered him an influence as well. So
I like his work. I can't actually speak about him as a person. I don't know if I can say.
I think they were talking about his work as well. But he seemed like a nice guy.
He did.
He did. Like a nice
and
guy.
got his head screwed on, I think.
And his name is TomSka.
Well, there's channels called TomSka. He's called Tom Ridgewell.
Oh yeah, I thought that was kayfabe. I mean, secret. I thought that
Well,
was
no, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
You can call him Tom.
Kayfabe?
We better kayfabe that. You can call him Tom. His channel is TomSka. YouTube.com/Tom now, in fact, because he's so successful and popular. That's how you know when you've made it. When your YouTube channel is one name, not when your own name is one name, like Madonna or Cher. But when your YouTube channel is YouTube.com/Tom.
Tom.
Or was Sam Peppers? Was that just Sam?
I think it was just Sam, yes.
And Mandy had become Mandy now, I think.
No, yes, she
yeah,
did.
yeah, she
You're
forgot.
right. Absolutely. Yeah. And we met a lot of British YouTubers who've all got their first names
Doing very well.
as their YouTube channels.
Yeah, unlike 08 Firth F. That was one of the more clumsily named channels.
Perhaps I'm surprised that Mystery Guitar Man isn't /Joe.
No, because his name
He's
is
a
Mr.
mystery.
Guitar Man. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, that's neither here nor there because we are here
So
to
should we
look at the
describe
channel.
Tom Scar's channel?
Well, yeah. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a bit about the
So
guy?
Tom is I guess he's a former student of the University of Lincoln, and I think he started his YouTube channel while he was at the university.
Was he studying art, animation?
I'm not sure what he was studying there, but he was. He's not an animator himself.
Right.
He produces he calls himself a producer. So he produces animations short on his channel, but he's not the artist himself. He does a lot of voice acting,
But not all.
but he brings in other YouTube animators to animate for him. For instance, his most popular work is called the Asduf movies, which are just sort of pencil line.
Yeah, very basic,
Yeah.
but it's actually a lot of the movement and everything's very smooth. So it's
It's very
obviously
smooth.
a high.
Indeed, and I think he does that with a channel called Ed's World.
I see.
It seems to me taking the South Park thing even further.
But doing very
We've got
quick fire, 3 second sketches.
But I'm just talking about the animation sounds very basic.
Simplicity,
It's just,
yes, no,
it's
sure.
just stick figures.
Well, should we show?
Let's have a look.
Very
Let's have a
show.
look at a clip, and this might help you
And
understand.
each sketch is like 2 seconds long.
Mama, why does no one like you? Oh, yeah. Hey, how do I get to your place again? Okay, thanks.
Funny stuff. he's what other stuff does he have on his channel though? Because that's like that's undoubtedly what he's most famous for is the Asdorf movies. That one I think had about 14.5 million views or something.
This one was a particular one they did for Marmite.
Oh right, okay, the main one.
The regular Asdorf movies. Yes.
They genuinely get millions and millions of views.
And he says that's his cash cow. That's what keeps the channel
Ka-ching.
Going, and why he can afford to hire other animators to work for him.
Yep.
You know. That's.
But he's got other stuff on the channel as well. Fun cartoons and
lots of
effects.
Shorts. I mean, they're great for YouTube as far as sharing because some of them are like as short as like 10, 15 second long sketches, you know.
They are actually, and that is why they are ideal for the Bitleys, and in fact why we first came across them in the Bitleys.
We put them in the Bitleys
some months ago, yeah.
But he also does live action sketches and stuff that's maybe mixed. He's even done a parody of Mystery Guitar Man, where he's the Vuvuzela Man.
Yeah, Vuvuzela beatbox.
But it's mostly animation.
Was other that really 1 year ago? Wow, I can't believe that.
That's when we're going to know we've made it.
The one
when someone parodies
us.
I don't think I could take it though.
His most famous is also another one he's really well known for is his adverts for the University of Lincoln, which are called the band adverts for University of Lincoln.
We got nothing.
No, there's nothing there. Okay, that's not working.
They really are banned. They really have been banned. Yes. Even we can't show them.
But those are worth checking out. If you just do a search on YouTube for the band University of Lincoln.
That's what happens when you have a live show, folks.
Well, the University of Lincoln got there first, clearly.
Yeah,
but I think you can still possibly find that on YouTube. So have a look.
But to give you a taste, it's like beautiful university. You can learn here, and then suddenly Godzilla is tramping over the university, destroying it. Or zombies take over the university.
He's a creative guy. How old is he? He's a lot younger than me, I think.
Well, he seems to be very young for a man who's into ska music.
He did seem really young. Yeah. Well, is that? Yeah.
You know,
is that what its name is? After?
Yes.
It's
the black and white, isn't it? It's the check.
But then maybe young people like ska music again. Maybe that's come back into vogue. And I missed it out again. I was too young the first time, and now I'm too old the second time that it's been gone. The days of madness, and here again the days of mighty boss tones. Is that
madness will never leave us?
Well, let's hope not. Let's hope not. They're pretty decent.
There's a few good clips in there. He's done obviously the special effects ones as well, where there's people shooting and sort of Freddie Wong inspired. There's a short film they did while he was at university as a student called Glitch, which is worth looking at in that genre. But it's taken that, but sort of given it a more sort of filmmaker's twist, I think, as far as the storytelling of that short. Literally, the short is only a few seconds long, but actually it's the same few seconds, but from people's different points of view. Also, another one, he does stuff that is very easily can go viral, and Psycho Girlfriend Smashes Xbox.
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
Was just absolutely brilliant.
That is, but for a long while, I genuinely, because I saw that long before this, and I thought that was like
a real one,
a genuine real thing.
And they did like
she's really good. She goes ape. For real.
And I think that's his sense of humour, is sometimes throw in something that you just hope that people will share, but actually people might actually believe don't realise it's not necessarily a gag.
That's what the internet's all about, I think.
And the thing is, he's got 300,000 subscribers, but a lot of his stuff is getting millions of hits, so he's not just, unlike, let's say, vloggers who might only be appealing to their fan base, his stuff goes much broader than that, and I think that's his genius.
I think the reason it gets all those millions of hits, even though he's got a user base, a subscription base of 300,000, is because it is the type of stuff that you would see, find funny, and then email to your friend.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of the stuff that we review, which is long form, episodic drama, 5-minute episodes. You're not going to email your friends and go, here's episode 5 of this show.
You'd have to,
that I'm watching.
You have to try and convince them to invest in the whole series. Indeed,
or you're not. But if you've seen a 5-minute funny sketch, or even better, a 10-second funny sketch, you'll. Oh my god! I've got an advert suddenly on my.
We got more ads. We got more ads on Ustream. I'm sure we're still there, but we're seeing ads.
Ustream would do this and put an ad in between halfway through.
Son of a bitch.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's TomSka. I think he's a really talented guy, and I think he's going to be the next guy to, I don't know if graduate is the right word, but graduate from YouTube. I think he's going to be doing commercial work.
I think he will be doing commercial work. Absolutely.
Be it for movies or adverts.
I think
or
many
whatever,
weeks ago we did review some British animators like Syriac. I can't remember Harry Partridge. I don't remember his.
Yeah,
stuff.
I do remember him.
He did the
Harry
Skyrim
yes.
parody. He's just been picked up by a channel, I think.
You're kidding?
And he's going to be doing more regular work.
Wow.
So these. It's a good way to get noticed. If you're a talented filmmaker.
My favourite Harry Partridge one was the Nicolas Cage chicken.
So yeah, it's. I agree. I think it's only a matter of time before advertisers and brands will be knocking on his door, asking him to make them viral adverts.
Make us viral. That's what it's all about, I think.
I
Yeah.
hate to break in. This is just something discussing about our show itself. You notice, is this something Ustream are doing now? They stuck an advert in at exactly.
We just got an ad. Yeah, exactly 30 minutes past.
30 minutes into the show. So I'm now
very
if
sneaky.
That's what they do now. We have an advert at the beginning and then 30 minutes into it as well.
That means we might, at the 30-minute mark, just have to sort of go silent for 30 seconds, go off air.
Maybe go dark for 30 seconds.
I'm afraid that we're suffering from ads. So you have to be careful you don't sleep with us because you could catch ads from us.
Well, I don't mind. As long as you enjoy the ad, that's fine. We were talking about ads ourselves, saying that we thought TomSka might be the next guy to do ads. So good luck to Tom. Who knows, maybe it'll be TomSka's ad next week coming up. But check out his channel, youtube.com/TomSka, SKATOM.
Or just Tom.
Or just Tom now, in fact. Yeah, of course. Yes. He's gone one better. Hello, what's going on here? So that's TomSka. That's all of our stuff that we're reviewing this week. We've enjoyed speaking to you guys in the chat room. You can follow us throughout the week. Have you got our details on Elazar? Let's put them up again. Because we're all on Twitter all week long. We're on Google+. Hang on, let's see if I can do this right. We're on Google+, so you can check us out there, although I have never, ever been on it. Is it any good?
It's great.
Nobody invited me.
Okay.
Do you need an invite?
We're on Ustream, but I'm assuming if you're watching us now, you're probably watching us on Ustream, so no need for that. We're on YouTube. You can watch edited highlights and exclusive interviews at Those Video Guys TV on YouTube. So please subscribe to us there. We're on Twitter at Those Video Guys. If you don't follow us, why not? Follow us now, and we'll tweet you throughout the week and follow you back. Facebook, Those Video Guys. Just like the page. That's all you got to do. And of course, our very own internet website. Will they catch on? I think they will. Our website is thosevideoguys.tv. So you can check all of that out. Guys, I know you've got Talking Who coming up very soon. How was the guy last week, by the way? Simon?
Simon was a
great.
laugh.
Good guy,
he was an absolute laugh.
Full of good stories, great raconteur.
And he wants to come back.
Who's actually a fan.
He is a
of
fan.
us?
No.
Oh, right.
Well, he's a fan of you.
No.
He's a fan of you.
Oh, well, thanks.
He's
Thank
a huge follower of your ukulele work.
Is he really?
He's obviously he's a fan himself, so we very much enjoyed the show and everything. It was great having him on.
Oh, a Doctor Who fan. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
fair
a
enough.
sci-fi fan in general.
Good. And he drove himself here, didn't he? Or...
He did.
Yeah. So, and he wants to come back.
He wants to come back.
Yeah, that's the shocking part of it.
That is, I don't think that's ever happened before.
I think Jonathan Wood would move back to the States.
It seems like it. He certainly disconnected all his phones and everything.
Yes.
He's just absolutely fallen off the grid. Just from hosting one show here. So
no, he hosted
You did about
3 or 4.
no,
3 or
here
4,
in
yeah.
this building.
In this building,
Yeah.
he did one, yeah.
So I don't know if it's like haunted, the curse of the library or something. But he's gone.
We also
he's
I
vanished.
can't even remember who was that pretty girl who used to help us
Yeah,
out.
she-
As soon
well,
as we moved here, suddenly
We're in the back
she
and
ran
beyond.
away.
Yeah. I
And
wonder-
those heels.
Okay,
Right,
but
next week.
next week, Sean, I believe you're
I will be in
convention.
Atlanta.
You're
I'll be in
you're in Hotlanta, the party capital of the world.
Well,
what are you
you
doing
went.
there?
You went.
I did. I went to WrestleMania.
Well, I'm
Atlanta.
going to DragonCon.
Okay.
DragonCon is
The WrestleMania
the world's
of-
biggest fan convention. They get 60,000 people to it. If you go to the YouTube page, Sean Harry Blogs, all one word, Sean Harry Blogs. I'll be putting video blogs up from
So you've got,
it.
this is a new channel you've set up.
Wait!
You
In the
stream
chat
to-
room,
yes.
in the chat room on Ustream, Yours Creative is there. And she
Yours
said
Creative.
Hi. If you're there still, although she might have gone. Hello, Yours Creative. How are you? Really nice to see you. I hope you're still there. Sorry to cut you guys off, but Yours Creative was like
What,
the
did
most.
she make a comment?
She just said hi ? So I don't know if she can hear us or see us, but
Right.
she's saying hi. And if she is there, and I'd just like to say she had, I really mean, like the most interesting and creative YouTube channel that I've seen in.
Do you want to explain Yours Creative channel?
We'll talk about it another time because we're sort of wrapping up. But Yoz, thank you so much for tuning in, and I really like your channel. I still go back and look at some of those videos sometimes. She's really nice.
Did you watch her hug the cat?
Yeah, we
So
can't
the-
hug the cat. She can't
can't
hug her
hug
own
the cat,
cat.
yeah.
Very sad.
She's twisted the.
We are about to finish. Unfortunately, I was just wrapping up, so you missed.
Are there any more comments?
Well, yeah. People pleased that Simon wants to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he obviously it was a big hit with the viewers as well. But guys, as I was saying, Sean, sorry, you're away in
I'll be in
Atlanta next week.
Atlanta next week.
Elazar and myself will be here, and we're going to slightly change things up a little bit while you're gone. It's only a short-term change. We're going to do it. It started off as a kind of gag, but it next week becomes reality. For 1 week only, those video guys, talking Alf. We're going to do it.
Excellent.
We're going to review a classic episode, the top 5 Alf moments, plus the autobiography of one of the writers of
I
Alf.
hope
Right.
my plane lands in Atlanta. I'm trying to work out what time. I hope my plane lands in Atlanta in time for me to switch on and tune in.
You gotta, well, I hope you can check it out. I think you'll
And
really enjoy
will
it.
you
If
be
you
able
like
to,
Alf.
will you be able to inform people on where are they now kind of thing as well?
Well, I'm going to have some information on that.
Yeah.
I've only just had the idea, so I can't promise anything. But
Was it Martin Sheen on Alf?
I think he was in the pilot episode, but I think he played.
oh,
well,
top
we'll talk about it.
top
We'll talk about it.
five
Let's
top
not
five
spoil it.
guests of all time. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe
Alf.
once I saw an interview with them and they said, what was the greatest point in your career? Apocalypse Now, West Wing, and he
Well, Project
had to
Alf.
say- had to say Alf.
Did he?
Project Alf.
I'm sure he did. But guys, a lot of fun things to check out there. I've only just thought of it, but what if we can get an interview with someone who's an Alf? Do you think it's possible?
Could you find someone on Twitter, maybe, and then tweet them?
On Skype or something.
Maybe if someone's watching, they actually know someone. Who's
Guys,
on
if
Twitter.
anyone knows how to get in touch with Benji Gregory or
Who did the voice of Alf?
Alf was Paul Fusco. That's easy for me to say.
Is he still alive?
Well, he was the creator of Alf, yeah. But anyway, sorry, I'm trying to wrap this up. But guys, next week, talking Alf, Max Wright. If you can get hold of Max Wright, we'd love to speak to
What
him.
happens if they get hold of Max wrong?
Well, then who knows what could happen. But guys, stick around because coming up in just 20 short minutes, right where you are now, is
Talking who?
who's
Me and
Talking Who?
Elsa.
Sorry, who's Mike? Where's Mike? I think he was the one who always mentions Talking Alf.
Mike.
I'm the one who... Oh, you mean in the chat room? Sorry, okay, I'm getting confused now. Well, guys, Yours Creative thinks we're epic. She's tweeted us, she likes us on Facebook, and she's Google Plussed us. So
awesome.
that's one up on us. Thank you, Yours. But guys, 20 minutes time, stay right here for the very latest Torchwood and Doctor Who
look
news.
who's just arrived as well in Ustream is Invention
Cheeky!
Show.
Wow, yes.
Oh, and Cheeky
And
as well.
and Cheek TV as
wow,
well.
I can't believe it. Why is everyone turning up just as we're finishing? But
Because they're turning up for Talking Who.
they
So
didn't
that's-
realise they needed an account
That's-
to chat.
Hello, Gary from Cheek TV. Hello, I'm assuming it's Dave from the Invention Show.
It's one of the two guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dave or...
Oh, and currently
No,
I've
it could be
just
Tom.
hit-
It could be Tom. It could be Tom.
I've just hit 998 followers on Twitter.
All right, but it's
So I
not a
just need
competition.
two more.
But it's not a competition.
It's not a competition.
Should we
not
put
a
So
your,
if any of you want to
should we
start
put
following me,
your
It
Twitter
is Tom.
name up?
It's Tom.
It is Tom. Hello, Tom. And of course, we have an interview with Tom coming up in a few weeks as well on those video guys.
Do we?
Yes.
From where?
we've also got
From Los Angeles.
We've
Like,
also got
yeah.
an interview coming up with some of the cast of Goodnight Burbank.
When you give me the footage.
Yes. Well, I'm
Which
going to get another cast because there's Claire Kramer's at DragonCon next week. So
oh,
I'll get
awesome. Okay.
have a
Good,
chat
good,
with her,
good, good.
And I'll try and track down Felicia and Chad Vader.
Well, that would be great. Yes. No, I think that would be good. Gary from Cheek TV, are you in London? Because if you are, maybe you'd like to come on the show one day as well and do it live with us.
Or at least bring... Or maybe Cheeky could come if Gary's not available.
or
If
Cheeky.
Gary's not available, perhaps Cheeky would be agreeable
But
for
that
an
would be a
interview.
great co-host, especially for Project Elf.
No, because I don't want to spoil it for the little kids watching, but Cheeky's just a puppet. You
But
know,
what's-
what's that got to do with Alf?
Surely he
What?
would know what Alf is all about then. He
Why?
would be able to relate
What's
to...
that? No, I don't understand why. What's the link between Cheeky, a puppet, and Alf?
Okay, John, okay.
Guys, next week on the show, Talking Alf. Stick around though, because in 20 minutes' time, it is Talking Who with Talking Doctor Who.
Okay,
Sean,
make sure to check out the shows that we've reviewed
Sean,
tonight.
have a lovely time.
I'll see you when I get back.
Yeah, you will.
You're acting like you're never going to see me.
I feel. Well, no, I'm still not going to see you for a little while because I know you're away for a few
Alazar's
weeks.
already recasting in the back of his head.
I'm sure he's got a few ideas. But guys, we'll be back very soon. Thanks very much, and stick around for Talking Who. But until next week.
Gary says I'd come in with Cheeky.
Oh, he is
real.
real. Okay, well, there you
there
go.
you
My
go.
mistake.
Yeah.
All the more reason why we can't show that interview that you shot with him. But anyway, guys, until next week, we have been those video guys. So long Come on.
YouTube still on?